Hello, how's it going with the creative prompts? I set a second one from last time, which was reasonable replacements, and there was a little piece of card with colours blue and black and spotted on them, which people will probably recognise is the kind of mark you get from having bubble wrap painted on and then putting a piece of paper flat on it. You get those nice circles. Well, it's just a spur or a prompt. I'm coming to you a little bit out of breath. I'm just waiting for something painted to dry, and I'm just very quickly covering what you might want to have done with the prompts in case you haven't already used them, and also saying what the next ones are going to be and what I've done with the last prompts. So it's just a spur, as I say, or a little prompt to get you started. And I really hope nobody has been wrestling and thinking, I need to write a poem with the phrase reasonable replacements. I feel tied down. It's not. It's just something to spark, maybe is a better word. The word prompt also leads you to that as well. Something that is given to you, but it's entirely up to you how you develop your ideas, what you make with it. And it's just a starting point. And even you can flip it and make it a complete reverse. If you're stuck and say, well, I don't know, reasonable replacement, I think I'll do unreasonable replacements and have fun with that. Okay, just play with it and have fun. So what I've been finding is actually what I've been making has tended to fit the prompt. Just quite naturally I think, oh, actually I think that fits within it. And you may well find that kind of serendipitous thing. I don't know whether it's a brain at the back just planning and thinking and brooding over it and giving an idea, or it just happens to coincide. I don't know, but it's been interesting. And the words reasonable replacement can simply mean change. So, I mean, that as the theme goes anywhere. Change of seasons, change of life, change of location, change of time, change of genre and story. So many different things. So I thought maybe music makers could change the key. And that reminded me of the fact that there's supposed to be that Mozart threw dice to pick and repeat bars of music. Apparently it's actually his publisher issued it, but it's not quite sure that he actually definitely did this himself. I don't know, but it sounds like it's something worth doing that for that moment when you're feeling a bit stuck, is to take what you've already made and then play with rearranging it. Novel writers and screenwriters. I thought you could maybe change the name of the character in scene where there's different lines that are spoken, and if you changed who's saying those lines, what happens? And the answer, of course, is that you shouldn't be able to. Your character should be so distinctive and have their own way of speaking that you can't possibly use somebody else. For songwriting, I thought you could maybe keep your options open for rhymes at the end of a line. I know a songwriter who did this, so he would explain at the end of his line he wanted to say something about footwear, and he would say boot / shoe / clog / lots of different variations, and then when he came to find a rhyme he had many options to choose from instead of just one. I think the whole idea about art is that you're playing with things. You're saying, what if I don't use this but I use that? What if I use this, that, change? And when you get to the point that you don't feel you want to change anything out anymore, then you've got your finished song, your finished painting. And I know of an Instagram artist, and what she does is she paints lots of different colours on papers. She cuts them out into different shapes, she moves them around, she finds a composition she likes, and then she paints that. So here's what I've been doing with it for fun. Substituting heads and bodies. You can do this all day, just move them around. What if that particular person or situation or clothes is swapped with this one? Move around. And the other thing I've done is put letters on a keyboard. So I painted that a keyboard made up with the letters all moved around. It was kind of fun as a little sketch. it was fine when I made it a bit bigger, and then I painted it and it just didn't work. It looks too much like an illustration rather than a painting, so I'll have to go back and change that. But the other thing I did, and the main one probably that fits this brief, is a poem with some pictures. Shape shifters. A terrier's head, a long beckoning finger, an upside down sloth clinging to a branch, a figure falling backwards, a crab crawling out of candy floss, birds at the water bath, slow motion mergers of international bodies, a dark angel flying, becoming a right angle, pig flying, snout breathing smoke upwards in triumph, a vegan's delight, a baby dinosaur held in the hand, becomes a Baron Munchausen face with wig, two Victorians close in for the end of film, embrace and smooch. I am reading clouds. So I hope you had fun with this week's prompts and next week's. Let's draw them now. We have wink. We have the word aims. And the picture's a little bit kind of seascapey, isn't it? A little bit sort of foam and surfs up. So have at it, see what you can make between now and the next time.